welcome back to Faith, Family, and Fun Reviews. My name is Beloved, and on this channel, I share with you delightful, family-friendly, and faith-based movies and television shows. So yeah, we are back with another one, y'all, and the title of this feature is Courting Mom and Dad. You can actually find this film streaming right now on Pureflix, and here's what this film is about. So we have, with help from an eccentric attorney, 3 children hatch an elaborate scheme to prevent their mother and father from divorcing. Friends, this is another one that I just really love and adore, and I have to tell you, I know I say this a lot on practically every video, but it's the truth and I just can't help myself. That's why I have to share this with you all, that I just really enjoyed this film, and also just the bottom line message here, which we don't really get a lot of films, you know, talking about this type of thing, at least not talking about it in a way where, you know, with understanding, with grace, and with love. And I love this film so very much because we have 3 adorable children here who are determined to keep their parents together. They go all out of their way, and as they're doing this, as they're trying to come up with a plan to keep this from happening to them, because you can imagine children would love for their parents to stay married, to stay together. I mean, that's all that they know, and that is all that these 3 kids know, you know, from birth, is their parents being together. They know their parents' love story, and it's just amazing to have that foundation there on top of, you know, having the word of God and really believing that God can truly change anything, and that he does care about even the slightest relationships, even the tiniest things in your life God cares about. And we see this here in this film with these 3 children who, as they're drawing closer to God, they are building their faith and are encouraged and believing that all things are possible with him, and they're believing that no matter how it looks, that God can still save their family, God can still keep their family together. And this faith not only rubs off within the 3 of them, their sibling relationship, but others around. And as they grow closer to God, it's just amazing just to see how it affects everybody that is that is engaged with this family. And one of the things that I really did appreciate in this film, and I really love, is the mother and father here. Even though they are going through some challenges and they have made a final decision, seemingly a final decision, you still see that that love is there. It doesn't get so nasty and so rude where they are, you know, tearing each other down and tearing down their children's, you know, vision and different things like that. None of that happens here in this film, and I really did appreciate that, because I feel that any family out there that's going through anything, you know, this is a perfect film for you, so you can be reminded, you know, where did it all begin? And I feel like a lot of times we forget that. We tend to take, you know, God's gift for granted. We especially if we done had it for so long. And I just feel like we all have to be reminded of just the goodness of God, and not magnifying, you know, the flaws of one another, but really magnifying the Lord and the gifts that he has given us. And people are a gift. Relationships are gifts here, and I love to see that here in this film. And I love to see that sometimes you just have to be still. Sometimes you have to take a look back and remember those prayers. Remember the time that you prayed and asked God for a spouse. Remember the time that you prayed and asked God for a family, and all of these different things, because when those things happen, you were excited when it happened. And then as the years go on and you start to see little different things that go on within that dynamic, sometimes people tend to forget and start to look at their blessings as curses. And this film reminds us of that we really need to be appreciative of the relationships and the people in our lives, because at one point or another we prayed for these things, you know. So this film just across the board just had it all for me. There's a lot of laughter here, a lot of comic relief you're gonna get here. You're gonna fall in love with the children, and they're just amazing. It just makes everyone, whether you have kids or not, if you want kids one day, or you have nieces and nephews, whatever it is, whatever dynamic that you are currently living in, it makes you want these type of kids to be somehow involved in your life, to see the determination here, to see the faith here, and all of this, you know, not only, well, it came from God, but it also came from God giving them godly parents. So it just lets, you know, holds up that mirror before the parents and allow them to see, look what you created here. Look what the seed that you have sown here for these kids to be so full of faith, to be so full of courage. So that was an amazing dynamic here in this film. And once again, I told you all, I love the parents. I love the actress here, Kristy Swanson. She's just amazing. I love when she plays in these faith-based films. She always never fails to deliver. And in this film, you just adore her and you fall in love with her all over again, as well as with the father here, Scott Baio. So that's all I have for you here for this video. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. And until next time, may the Lord bless and keep you both now and forevermore.